Wednesday, August 6th, 2025. This is how you know how strong I am, man. This is how you know how strong I am to just endure, and how I just endured and endured and endured and endured and endured so much bullshit or so much obstacles, man. So many unexpected obstacles out of nowhere and so many chaos out of nowhere. Right now I'm truck driver, Southeast US, in 7 months, man. But one example of thousands is I was on my home time off, truck parked at one of my company truck park yards. Come back to the truck, somebody hit my truck. Somebody must have had a trailer hit it and kind of pretty much scraped the right side corner. The right side corner pretty much scraped along the right, man. While I'm off work on my 2 days a week home time, 2.5 days, almost 3 days a week, or 2.5 days a week home time. And I come back to work, back to my truck. What do I see? I see a scratch all along the right side. Mind you, nothing to do with me. You know, and it just makes my truck look not so fresh out the shop. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. You know, when it's like, no matter how much hard work and 12-hour days, 11-hour, 12-hour days, and 60-hour weeks, and safe driving, perfect driving, 7 months, never had an accident. 7 months, never even close to an accident. And then it's like, and then as I'm off from work, I come back to my truck, come back, and what do I see? The whole right side corner scratched up and stuff, and it just remind me sometimes of these unexpected obstacles I had to just endure, man. Endure and endure and endure and endure and endure some more. Unexpected stuff, man. You know, that's why sometimes it has me thinking to myself like it's always something, man. But you know, I will say, like I always say, you know, grateful about keeping my own place, own spot, full-time career, about 7 months in with a trucker, my car, keeping my car like 5 years now, like 5 years keeping my car. Man, that's keeping on spot, keeping the ride, the career, always been full-time career. You know, some of the things that goes unsaid, man, is like from early on, from like a baby, you know, from Jamaica, you know, having to deal with different things like that, and had to persist, but got through with that, got situated with that, gratefully, got situated with that, straight, endured, and then from 17, 18, always out on my own, minus like 6 months only, like 17, 18, out on, always did sometimes 2 jobs, always did, if not just one, most of the time 2 jobs, always was 2 jobs working, you know. At that time back then, 20s, move around a lot. Had to endure for 8 years, for about 8 straight years, catching buses for like 8 straight years, catching buses. Sometimes for like a year or 2, I had a motorcycle. Towards the end, right before I got the car that I have now, holding for 5 years. But for 8 straight years, I had to catch buses for 8 years straight, to 2 jobs at a time. You know what that's like? You know, getting dissed and stuff like that. Trying my best. You know, enthusiastic, exercising. All the while, still had to catch the bus for about 8 years. All because around 2014, up in Virginia, and I stayed in Virginia for a little while. It was like sketchy area, cops sitting randomly in the grass. I swear it pulled me over for like no reason at all. At the time I had a Chevy Impala, 2003 Box Chevy Impala. I swear it was just like stereotype kind of thing. Tickets, and it just kind of snowballed to where at that time it was suspended. License suspended at that time, and then that's what led to the following years where I had to catch buses for about 8 years because when I, like 2013 or so, when I had a Chevy Impala, 2003 Chevy Impala, man, it was like, I don't know, but it was like three times in like 2 months, just see me for like no reason, little to no reason, got pulled over and snowballed, and I endured, you know, still, despite that snowballing, and then leading me to having to catch buses for a couple years and years to 2 jobs, finding places and stuff. I endured,